Hello viewers, I'm SB, and welcome back to Endless Legend, where I think we might be in some serious trouble. I was just doing a little bit of math. Before I get into this, I guess, the cult closed their borders to us. This is not really a problem, obviously. If we were going to cross their border, we were going to do it while declaring war, so that doesn't, yeah. Our math does not change on this. But here's why I'm worried. Let's pop over here. I guess we don't need to look at the graphs. What we need to look at is this. So we are currently in Era 4. We have one tech researched since the era change, which means we need to finish the tech we're on now, which is going to take 5 turns, and then we need to research 7 more technologies to unlock this era. Then, once we're in here, we need to unlock, I believe, another 9 more technologies to open up the final era, and then we have to, in the final era, research 5 technologies, obviously starting with the difference engine, in order to win the game via science. We're looking at 36,000 science currently as the research cost of the difference engine. Obviously that will be higher, but I just wanted to look at that to give you guys some kind of context. Current techs are costing more in the neighborhood of 3,200. These final era techs are actually much more expensive than normal techs. I don't remember exactly what turn the AI won the game on in our first game on Endless as the Kapaku, but my memory is that we're talking about an internal victory in the neighborhood of 120 or 130, right? Which means that we would have to research... we're 17 techs away from even being in Era 6. Our average research time has to get to, 2 turns per tech, if I'm not misremembering the amount of time we have. Which means that we probably are screwed, right? How am I going to do that? It'll help if we take the cultist city away, but we need to definitely refocus on science, which means that there's things we need to research for war still too, though. We still don't even have the Arcana of Authority, and that Incantation of Enervation is super important. Really powerful. 5 turns per... we're way behind. I didn't expand fast enough or something. You know, when I saw that we were neighbored, or when I saw that we were on the same island as the cult, I probably should have just, fanned out, totally trashed our approval for a little while until all the sewers and everything got built. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think we're in a lot of trouble here, actually. Okay. Here's what we gotta do. Brigade system is important, probably. We gotta go back and get some science tech. And we're gonna let this finish. We do need stats on our units. We do have to take that cultist city to stand a chance, I think. And then we have to grab, Imperial funding and... oh, endless mechanisms. This will be really good. Being able to research all the ruins, get a bunch more science and dust, and then using that dust to rush stuff. That's going to be really important. We're going to need Imperial funding. Obviously, we do not have a source of Hyperium, but we do have some Hyperium stocked up. So this is, this is something at least. And then... oh, man. Let's worry about and then when we get to then. So, other things we have to do in the interim. We gotta start some fights and win some fights. Now, obviously, it's not great for us to challenge their good armies in range of their city. It's the cult. Their city's gonna have as many units in the garrison as possible, because they don't, their army is not spread very thin as far as defense goes. They can just completely fill their garrison, it's no problem. So we need to make some moves here. I don't really want to start with this army, because this army is quite weak. I'd like to fight a stronger army while we are strong. But maybe we just have to take whatever targets of opportunity we can get. Oh, we definitely want to heal our hero right now. Healing, as you can see in the tooltip there, costs you your action point, and you can't do the dust heal if you don't have an action point. So we need to heal now on the turn where we can't attack so that we can attack next turn. Coldramore is going to have to start building units and stuff. You know what? We should move Strikesfar to Coldramore. it needs the setup help from the industry and food boost, and then also he's a unit who can fight. And we probably actually want the infantry cantina before the architecture. Yeah, because we can make use of an extra militia when we're initiating fights near the city. The fortification will only be useful in the city. And if we do get threatened, like if they actually move these forces toward our city, remember we do have some emeralds that we could pop to increase our city fortification by 30%. Also, down here in Alandarin, I think maybe to get on track, we got a center of mineralogy like now. We should probably finish the district? We should probably finish the district. Yeah. Oh, you know what? We should pop the emeralds now, because actually, this city is 5 points below an approval threshold. Or it's less than 5 points, fewer than 5 points below the approval threshold. There, that helps a little bit. Do I want to... You know what? I'm going to keep everybody on food for 2 turns. We're going to get to 15 population. Then we're going to move over to industry, get through this stuff, and then we're all going to sit on science for a while. For a long, long while. I'm really worried. I think this is likely to go in our favor eventually. Like, it's going to be hard, but we can build units out of more cities than they can. I think we can wear them down. The other people maybe winning the game on the other continents thing is something I have a lot less control over. What are we looking at in terms of... I'm assuming it's blue who is the big threat. Blue's high on that. They're high on that. Although they are only at 5% of the dust victory. The dust victory here is a lot like the economic victory in Endless Space, where it really ramps up toward the end of the game. Your dust production will go through the roof. Yeah, I guess everybody's... Blue is really our threat. And unfortunately, we know nothing about them. Do we even know where they are? I know we have vision of a couple of tiles. Nope, we mostly have vision of... There's purple stuff out there. And presumably they're over here somewhere, because this is where all the water is. But, like, there's no way I could go over and disrupt what they're doing at this point. We just have to win under them. Yeah, this might not be doable anymore. I may have botched this. Well, you know, if that's what it is, that's what it is. We'll certainly try again. But the game is not over yet. So let's do what we can. We are still getting lots and lots of dust. How long until that ends? 2 turns? And then we'll definitely want to put down science pillars again. Even though I do like all the dust, we gotta get that science rolling. We're building the Eyeless One's villages back up. And then, yeah, here we need to get basic science literacy stuff up. We still need to be building units to win this war. This is a mess. This whole thing is a mess. I think we probably are going to have to take these guys out. Remember, we don't actually have to declare war formally until we need to attack them in their territory. If they keep moving units around out in neutral land and in our territory, we can just pick them off as they're doing that. What I would really love is for this guy to move toward my city. That would be totally ideal. Also, I want to join this unit up, but maybe we shouldn't, because an army only has as many points of movement as the unit in that army that has the fewest. And I don't want to nuke their movement right now. Let's let these guys move around a little bit. See if we can find a moment of weakness. Boy, they sure do have a lot of bodies, don't they? We're looking at archers, fanatics. They have driders. Is that our first information on that? Well, they're not terribly scary. Oh, okay. Wait a second. If we move to here and attack, we do in fact get the city garrison. And they've started to build a flame guardian. This is not great. I've talked a lot about how I don't think the Guardians are particularly terrifying, and in a lot of cases they're not worth the cost, and particularly the AI is bad at using them. But the Fire Guardian is definitely one of the scary ones. I don't really care about the Dust Guardian too much. The Wind Guardian is only okay, I think. The other three can be pretty powerful in the right situations. So I'm a little worried about that. That's going to make this whole idea of a big war a little bit less palatable. Oh, right, the dust. Yeah, I forgot about the dust things, the dust clouds. Well, I mean, we get our attack. It looks like it might include a tile of their city, but I'm not sure we're going to get a better angle than this, so we should probably just take it. What's up? Oh, influence generated by alliances has returned to normal. Okay, fine. The leader of the Silix worries that explorers who went in search of the rare elements needed to grow their finest crystals have been missing for several seasons. They were last sighted at ruins in a neighboring region, but since then the trail has gone cold. He offers a reward if you can help learn what has happened to their people, so equipped with 2 Harmonite units, search that ruin over there. Okay, I mean, listen, it's not a high priority. So we should make sure that Strikes Far is reasonably equipped, I think. It turns out he's going to be involved in a little bit of combat. We don't really have a lot of resources. I can give him a Palladian one-handed sword, I guess. And then like a dust shield is probably the way we want to go there. 14 defense plus 15 plus 15%. Actually, maybe a titanium shield is a better play. I like the 20% health quite a bit. And then he doesn't need the army health boost because the units in his quote-unquote army are instantly regenerating every turn anyway, but we can give him personal regen. No, that's a little too expensive. You know what? This is fine. At 357 health here. Is Duke Leofric reasonably outfitted? Yes, he is. Okay, we took care of him. Honestly, his combat stats are pretty good, too. I wish his damage was a little higher, but aside from that, he is like a real capable, sensible combat unit. Can we... Nope, we cannot rush that. I guess it's not worth rushing anyway. I was just thinking that we could probably get Coldremore into industry mode here. Yeah, and have it also producing troops. Like, do I even care? Maybe I let Stronghold Architecture wait? I want this. I want that militia unit, but I think maybe we got to refocus on actually winning this war, because we got to do it as quickly as possible. Alright, let's hold on. Sorry, I know I'm being indecisive. Is it better to attack the army that is made up of fewer total units? I'm just thinking, like, the more we can have these other dudes coming in via the reinforcement slots, the better it is for us, right? Although they have a lot of cavalry coming in this army. They have 9 movement speed, which probably translates to... These guys have improved movement 3, and I think they have 3 movement in battle normally. Is your combat movement just half of your normal speed? It might be. So these guys have like 4 or 5 hexes of movement, probably. I bet 5. So I'm wondering if maybe this army is more dangerous as reinforcements because more of them will actually be able to get up to fight us. Then again, not really that worried about their stats. I'm not that worried about any of their stats, honestly. These guys are... They're not that good. We're definitely going to lose people, though. There's one ended, a Drider. You know what? Going at this army first gives me a better chance of getting into this group of Nameless and killing a bunch of them. I think we do want to attack this army. And then these guys will come in. We'll see one fewer unit on the battlefield at all times by attacking that way. Okay. And we still include Coldremore. And we definitely don't include their city, actually. That's pretty ideal. All right, let's do it. You're in my territory, I get to punch you. Okay, hold on. Before we hit anything here... How many guys can we move off of industry and still get that birth in a turn? I just thought about this and I want to make sure I do it before I forget. Alright. 4 turns or maybe even fewer on the Center for Mineralogy. Now, because we equipped our hero, we don't have the dust necessary to do any spellcasting, but we're going to want to think about spellcasting in the future here. The really easy battles are over. Alright. Well, they're not going to retreat. We are actually doing this. So one of these zealots is a horrible joke unit. That's the one that's starting all the way back there. Probably that's not necessary. You actually get more morale starting here. We are mostly faster than they are. I like that a lot. So we need to make sure somebody attacks this guy right now to prevent him from being able to deform our shape. And then we get to be the boss for a lot of this combat. There is a cliff here. So this is a pretty good setup for their archers. It's hard for us to get around. But it's pretty bad for their archers in the sense that when our zealots shoot at this guy, they're going to hit a lot of enemies. So, who's first? Here, I want you to be in position to run over and hit that guy. The hero has 4 moves, so yeah, it's okay for him to start back here. And we're fast. Oh, you know what? A lot of these units have that that movement conflux. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Okay, let's make sure all of the fast units are definitely in range of stuff. I actually think I'm going to have the fastest units start up front so that we can... As things are set now... Oh, no, that's right. We're not going to be able to hit this guy because there's going to be something in that reinforcement space, probably. But we can get up here and threaten the units in the reinforcement slots, and remember, as long as our units are alive, every time they get hit, they gain attack and damage because it's still the Eclipse. Hopefully the Eclipse will last a few turns longer. I think this is reasonable. Yeah. Wait, who are the 2 that aren't going early? You should not be there. I'm just thinking here, I want to make sure that all of the units that are going late are forward. Or all the units that are going late are not forward, because I want to make sure the zealots can move forward. And if these guys haven't moved first, that's going to create a bottleneck. Alright, what's coming in through the reinforcement slots? A bad Drider, and we've got some cavalry. And for us, it's 2 militia and that other hero. With his extremely cool titanium shield. Look how good that looks. Okay, so you are going to want to run to here and punch that guy. We gotta lock some of these units up, prevent them from doing stuff. I need somebody to hit the haunts as well. It could be the hero's job, I guess. Or our hero could go to battle with their hero. Damn, look at his stats. When he's all morale buffed up, he is hardy. He's a hardy dude. We could have their hero with him, I guess. Like, what if we do this? The second unit can... See, we could commit really deep here. And maybe should, to prevent them from bringing in more reinforcements. I want to have time with these guys. Third unit... We gotta hit the Haunt at some point, and we gotta hit this Drider at some point. So maybe this is the time when we stop screwing around on this. Fourth unit has to hit this Drider, probably. We just gotta make sure that everything's under control here. And then we have the hero booked. You should definitely attack there. Good thinking. Hopefully this guy won't move. They are going to get to move before I get to move, but I think they'll probably stand still because they're all going to have range on our guys. And then other units, you know, just, like, do your best. I guess this space is actually not claimed yet. They might move somebody into it, but if they don't... Who am I more afraid of? The Ended with 200 attack, 87 damage. Okay, yep, it's the Ended. Let's try to focus extra attacks on him if we can get that. You should fight like, I don't know, somebody? There's like a non-zero chance this guy just gets attacked by that guy. And then, who's left? The militia. Okay, actually, this militia, yes, good. Focus on that cavalry dude. This militia, probably not so much. Yeah, try to aim in this general direction. And you, I don't know, man. Probably, honestly, that cavalry. Okay. Let's have at it. Okay, I like that we're dealing damage to them more than they are dealing it to us in most cases, even with our health full, because that bodes very well for how the fight's going to go as our health continues to decline. Our hero's a great fighter. He knows what he's doing. Okay, they don't quite get range on their cavalry dude just yet. This is the part that's really going to suck. That part, on the other hand, was really cool. the other zealot, not quite as good of a unit there. Well, I'd be lying if I said I was not very disappointed that we failed to kill anything, because I tried, but this bodes ill. Who's this? Oh, that's that guy way down there. Okay, well, this guy needs to get in there and cause some trouble. The hero's not a super high priority. It's just that we couldn't hit this archer before, but I think we should focus on this archer now. So you're attacking there. I need this guy to come back and hit the haunt to prevent him from sending a chain lightning. I definitely said chain lightninging. You know, the verb, to chain lightning. Through my entire army, because that would suck. And then, yeah, you guys still try to hit there, and everybody else, like, good luck, man. This is going to be a bit of a mess. $173. Our stats get pretty okay when we are wounded. Our hero, unfortunately, is not subject to quite the same buffs. Oh! That's unfortunate. Now we don't get our really cool area shot. Didn't even really think about that. Yeah, please kill him. That's a problem. We can't have that happen again. So the one that's exposed is the low level. Yeah, if this one dies to the cavalry, I'm actually not that concerned. This one is the one that needs to be able to do the job. Alright, so you keep him locked up. That guy is never going to get to pick his targets ever, and that's exactly the way I like it. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. Do not move. Don't you dare. You should maybe try to move over to... Honestly, maybe not. Maybe we can move forward a little bit, get a little bit more morale, but pretty much where he can afford to be. Alright, one down. Almost. Man, we are really good at very nearly killing them. Which, again, is a terrible, terrible outcome. Okay, this should be cool, though. That finished off that guy. Ooh, sweep strike back. I was not calculating for the sweep strike back. That hurt. We're losing bodies here. For sure. This is not ideal. Okay, a cocoon there means that we want to not focus on this unit. You are definitely not done fighting archers. You get over here and have that one. You should attack this hero. This guy's stunned, so they don't get any shots out of their archers this turn, except for the new archer that just came in. To be perfectly honest with you, I kind of don't care about the Drider, and I would almost rather the Drider stay alive, but we do have to make sure the Drider doesn't move. Yeah, alright. Get in there and do the thing. Yes, you shoot at the hero. This is a problem. This guy's going to get to do whatever he wants. Maybe for that reason, yeah, I think our hero has to break off and get this guy to stop him from killing our zealot. So that means their hero does get to shoot. Not really a lot I can do about that if I want to stop the other archer. Yeah, alright. I think that's the right move. 153, alright. Yeah, our hero is a good fighter. We made some good decisions there. Oh, the hero was after our guy in the turn order. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that we could just kill him. I was just thinking of this as like a suppressive maneuver. Okay, yes, you guys keep focusing on that. This is definitely wrong. Please do not run backward and attack the wrong units. No, you're right. Do that from there. So we can inflict a little bit more morale damage. Yeah. Okay. One archer taken care of. Keep this guy locked up. Our hero is actually gaining health. Like we're taking no damage at all, which is great. Sweet vengeance. Ah, that's a shame. We are losing bodies here. Now, again, if losses are roughly equal, that actually favors me. Because it's easier for us to build new units than it is for him to build new units. In the sense that we can be building in more places at once. But also, losses are bad. Just in a general sense. I probably don't have to actually say that. You guys are probably aware of that. So how did that go? We lost 5, 6 units. They lost way more. And we did actually kill a hero, too. I mean, they'll just buy it back. Of course, they have infinite dust. But, like, we actually took that army all the way down. And then we can attack this guy because he has no movement at the beginning of the next turn. Poldrimor will have 3 militia units at full health. Plus Duke Leofric. Honestly, Duke Leofric could probably fight this battle by himself. He has turned out to be a wonderful, wonderful expenditure of dust. Really doing what we need him to do. And everywhere, everybody is building the things they need to build. Good work, everybody. Oh, right, I gotta be spamming the button here. I'm a little worried that we may get the city garrison on this one. Their city garrison. You know what? If it happens, it happens. Oh, that's a shame. One more turn of the Eclipse would have been really cool. Because that damage boost is considerable. Very, very significant. Come on, hit the button. I'm clicking as hard as I can click. I do think this is unfortunate. Like, I think it's a good thing for the game that the simultaneous turns work the way they do. I think it adds a lot. I'm still having weird frame rate issues. This time, I was careful to make sure everything was turned off. The computer's not running anything extraneous at this moment, but apparently doesn't matter. Oh, we definitely need another 12% reduction in the cost of our units. That is a no-brainer. We're going to have to deal with our pillars in a second here. We'll get to that. Of course, the eclipse is over. This coming winter promises to increase defense on infantry while decreasing defense on units from cavalry, which is good because I think a lot of the cult of the eternal end is from Canada. So I can't believe that spelling error is still in the game. It's been literally years. It's crazy to me. They've pushed expansions with that spelling error in the game. Like, just go back over it. Alright. I don't know what I'm doing looking at the screen. It's not like there's any information here that could change my decision making. We already attacked. Our health regen's not bad, by the way. This zealot was almost dead, right? Okay. So we did get the city garrison. This could be tough. Oh. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Good point, good point. I don't have to fight you. Alright, let us, over here, drop some pillars. So, here's the thing. We probably don't want to drop a pillar in this position because I want to put a district down in this position. And probably we start building that district immediately after the center is finished, right? That's probably what this city does then, is expand. So we're going to put down a pillar of knowledge right here. And a pillar of knowledge right here. You know what? I'm not going to have enough dust to put down 3 pillars anyway. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Total Empire Science output, 657. Feels low for turn 89. Man, it does, right? As we don't have a lot of good science terrain. That's hurting us a lot, actually. Maybe I should have prioritized expanding toward the cold area sooner. I don't know. I think I may have goofed this up real bad. That's a shame, too. It felt like a really promising start. I'm just, like, doing a bad job with it. Now, this is a little bit more intimidating. Not being able to have our backup from the city, although it looks like they also don't get anything. In fact, I can see all of the tiles in the battle. So yeah, if we pursue them, we can get a my units against their units fight right away. Their units are all torn up, and also one of them is not a unit. This definitely favors us. Oh, they got more guys. I see. 10 units behind 490 points of fortification. You know what? These are just Driders. I am still comfortable doing this attack. And we're about to have 2 more military units finish. Amaroya is about to have 3 more points of population, and then it needs to get into... We could do some extra burrows. Maybe we need to start pushing happiness, although 25 points of happiness here doesn't actually... No, never mind, I can't carry the 1. Yeah, 25 points of happiness here absolutely pushes us up to the next tier. And increasing the empires, increasing the happiness of cities, of course, creeps the overall empire happiness up, which is a thing that we need. We need that number to be higher. Alright, I don't think we have any other fancy stuff to do this turn. Let's just commit this attack as fast as possible. So what I was saying is, I think the game does really benefit from the simultaneous turns, and there's a lot of tension and drama that comes from the enemy being able to act during your turn. What seems to you to be your turn, but this part I don't like so much. This part I will always have a problem with, where it is necessary to just spam click the hell out of something to make sure it happens first in the turn. I wonder if this could be resolved with like a priority system? Like, you probably still want to have actual simultaneous turns in multiplayer, although this is not a different problem in multiplayer. But like, the priority system thing I'm thinking of probably wouldn't work in single player. But like, have it be simultaneous-ish turns, except that at the beginning of the turn, the player has priority. They get to do a thing, and then the AI, probably the AIs as a group have priority, and all get to make one move within that, and then it passes back to the player. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know if that's sustainable. I'm already thinking of a bunch of reasons that doesn't work. Definitely got to keep the gold rolling. 127 dust per turn, even with no dust pillars, is pretty good. There is somewhere an army that has some fanatics in it that I did not see. So that's bad for us, except that no one would ever dare stand against me. They all spend their action point on that? I don't get to see that. Okay, well, time to back up and pick up some of these reinforcements that we're building. So Duke Leofric definitely needs to take the rest of Iron Taskmaster before going anywhere else. My units are starting to be pretty healthy. Yeah, we're going to be over 400 health on our Warlocks when we get the final point of this. Okay, I mean, that was a pretty big win for us, but we are on the clock. Pretty big win is not going to do it. Okay, how many people can I move off of industry while still getting this in 1? Is it... Okay, it's not 0. I think that's it right there, right? Yeah. Okay. So, Center for Mineralogy finished with 16 bodies in the city on turn 91. Feels like I put a lot more effort into our food than that. Oh well. Okay, so what are we doing with dust in the interim? We could be building up toward another hero. We could just be rushing military units. I think that's actually probably what it is we rush military units with it. Oh, you know what? We still need to pick this up, too. Get our strategic resources coming in a little quicker. Yeah, that has some serious value. That has some amount of priority. I am worried. I'm worried about a lot of things about the way this is going. So here's the deal. If they finish, they finished it. Okay? What I was about to say is, if they finish their Fire Guardian, we cannot realistically take the city until we defeat it. Because we really, really need that thing not to be able to show up to battle as reinforcement. We gotta find it and kill it. Yeah, not happy. Not happy about the way this is going so far. Oh, okay, there's somebody we can pick off. Okay, let's group up here. We'll try to grab these guys. Yeah, this is that crummy army. 3 fanatics and a bunch of garbage units. Try to pick them off if we can on the coming turn, I guess. Go down here in Alundarin. Definitely want to build this burrow. This burrow is approval positive. Hard to turn down. And everybody get on science. That didn't even take a single turn off of statistical methods, really? Well, obviously we need to get our advanced alchemy lab up as quickly as possible. The city is on 3 anomalies, 2 or 3 anomalies, so the cryometric monitors will be helpful as well. Plus, I really like season predictability. Empire science output now 927. That's better. That's a number that I like a lot more. Yeah, we're not going to be able to catch this guy. This is not ideal. We need to have more fights near Coldramore. I definitely don't want to pull strikes far out. Like, he needs to be in there. He needs to be helping them build, or they're never going to get anything done, and they're never going to get any population. But, man, I sure would love to have him show up to combat. Like, all the time. Okay, so if these guys cross the border into our territory, we probably get a bunch of free kills. And of course, any XP we can put on Leofric is important, especially since he's about to get his most important skill point. Probably just want to keep building military units in Frida and Quausk and Coldramore until the war is won. The other cities probably need to keep developing so that we can afford to do this while not totally killing our science growth. Right, we definitely need to get up in a place where we can see what is going on. Hold on. Is this cliff? It is. Okay. So if we want to be able to intercept these guys, we need to go over here. So we can probably get this kill next turn. Those ended are not terrifying. They're not horrible units, but they're not super scary. 16 turns, huh? I guess I didn't really look at this after I moved all the people off of industry. I mean, I don't think it's right for us to do anything else. That's a very expensive buyout, too, man. Yeah, alright. I'm floundering. I feel like I'm floundering. I think what's happened here is that I looked at those numbers on the science chart and I kind of got tilted by them, and now I'm living in the tilt. All right, don't panic. Just everything's gonna be fine. I guess we can just heal up here since we're not using our action point for anything this turn anyway. Although he's not really in any danger, and maybe that dust is better off saved. He's gonna regen some during combat. Yeah, you know what? I'll save the dust for now. Where are we at on being able to rush here? Oh, rush a unit right now. You know what? We should probably build right-of-way here, actually. A little bit more dust per turn, and it's a little bit more cheap movement. Although we're pretty close to the edge of the region, so there's not a lot of tiles of roads. let's rush this guy. How many turns would... It would be 6 turns to finish this off. 5 if we put it there. That's probably 1 unit that we're trading for right of way, but maybe that's worth it. Now, you know what? There's so little road coming out of the other territories. I don't know that we're actually benefiting from that very much. We cannot... Oh, I can't start construction on another unit right now because I ran us exactly all the way out of dust. Well, why don't we just wait a turn then? We'll let a turn of industry flow into the increased fortification, which is not like a bad thing to have. I got all the units out of all the cities. Okay. Let's start a fight. Maybe I should just attack the village instead. See if he comes to defend it. Because I actually really do want that. Also, it might be beneficial to us to pick up the military or the marketplace tech that lets you buy and sell resources, because we need dust pretty badly. Being able to sell off our excess strategics and like the little bits of luxuries that we've picked up that we'll probably never be able to use seems like a wise idea. Okay, I would not be shocked if they ran away. Okay, they want to do this. Cool. I get to kill 7 units. We are going to take some damage. So, how fast are these guys? 5, was it? Alright, we got to put the ranged units in a place where they literally cannot be attacked, or they will be attacked. This guy can go... Oh, that's... There's a ton of cliff. Okay, this actually totally works. And in fact, we could do this and move you in a little bit even. Oh, the hero probably has to be in front because he's slower than all the other units in terms of move speed. Yeah, alright. So unfortunately, we don't really know where the cavalry are going to end up, but I definitely don't want to attack the creatures. So this guy's first. He might run over to here because he wants to fight my ranged. Or he might run over to here because he wants to fight my ranged, but he thinks he can go around this way. I bet he goes that way. Then the guy who is second, this guy's going to run around this side. I think we should have people focused on trying to hit him a little bit. This guy is third. And then I don't actually have any idea what I want to do with the zealots. Yeah, this is tough because it's somewhat dependent on how the cavalry move, and we just have no idea. Okay. Oh, wow, big wins for us on damage there. Also, sweep strike back, really earning its keep. Okay, so this is very good. I was hoping they would be smart enough to disregard my orders and attack the people that are right to attack instead of the people that I ordered them to. All right. Bad news is this guy gets to hit a ranged unit on his turn. There's nothing I can do about that. Yeah, you guys should probably end up going in. Honestly, I think this is right. I think it should only take. You know what? Just in case, let's make sure this thing dies. No, you attack. Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure he did have the movement necessary to get in on the ranged. He just chose not to. Aw, that sucks. Okay, and now obviously the battle is over. Preachers are comically bad combat units. Alright, that was productive. Plus, I think fighting player armies is better XP. Yeah, that was 109 XP. It's better XP than fighting neutral armies, although I don't really know what the mechanism of that is because I don't know what it is that causes the XP to be generated. Right, like it might be that the XP you get from fighting a unit is a function of its health or something. Alright, so I don't want to do this. I was thinking it looks like I'll be able to pull this guy into battle against the city, and if that was an option, I would have done it. But I'm not going to do it when it involves his 10-unit city garrison as well. It's just me losing units there. Although I guess we don't actually know what is in that garrison. It might not be that scary. Okay, we have Palladian. We don't quite have Adamantian, but like, what's the current composition of my forces? 3 warlocks, 4 warlocks, 5 warlocks. Okay. I think what we're going to do is swap the zealot over to this resource for the moment, and queue up a zealot on that resource. Okay, turns out there's no reason to put that ahead. We get it in 5 turns either way. I think we're a little bit melee heavy right now. So I have no idea what this little army is doing, but I think we wanna let it move. Man, we need statistical methods really badly. This is a thing we should spend dust on. Making sure this gets built in the capital as quickly as possible. Oh. Huh. This is not a great time for this. Although our main army is immune to the movement reduction. Let's see what they do, because I definitely don't want to engage on them while they're in that spot. And yep. The winter effect that we thought would win has indeed won. Let's see, what are you doing? There's their Fire Guardian. Let's merge you two up. We finished a unit over here in Quahusk. We grab Pearl on the way out here, which is cool. And then I think we're switching this design back to Adamantian and building one of these here. We might need to build some more melee after this. Well, it looks like we're going to be able to fight just this thing with the garrison of Coldramore. Which means that the hero could not participate in that battle and instead wipe this out, which I think is worth doing. So yeah, that's going to be the play then, right? We don't have any other units completed anywhere. You can just build me a warlock. Do we need to... yeah, we need to do some development in this city still. Alright, let's do this. I think we should be able to handle this. I guess, actually, I don't know how safe this is because I can't see that space. We could try to resolve that with the hero. Okay. There we go. Perfect clear vision. I guess there could be stuff lurking over here, but I don't think there is. And we don't want to include the hero army in this fight. Okay, they ran, seems perfectly reasonable. Then we take our other 2 steps back here and do this thing. Then you guys are going to want to rebuild that village pretty quickly. Yeah, it's probably more important than this zealot, because that's another half point of resources from every one of our extractors every single turn. Alright, and they're wounded enough that attempting this attack again next turn will definitely kill them. Do I want to try to move this army back into position to benefit from that? Just thinking in terms of XP gain. That's pretty good, right? I think we'll try that. Hopefully they won't move fast enough. Here comes that sweet, sweet statistical meth. Oh, I should check into our Empire plan as well. Maybe we should go around just burning their cult villages. I don't know that that really hinders them, and I don't know that it really helps us. I mean, it definitely hinders them. They'd be getting a lot fewer resources, but also in terms of their total resource output, especially given how many free resources an endless level AI gets, this might not actually even be meaningful. Now attack, now attack. Yeah, we got everybody in. Cool. Oh man, they regen a ton. They're just going to retreat again, aren't they? I'm not going to include you in the battle. They sure did, and then we attack them with the force that has an action point left. Aha! Who's the smart guy now? And we'll go ahead and manual this to try to minimize the amount of damage that our important units take. Looks like they started really far away. Honestly, we don't maybe need to make any changes at all here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Yeah, okay. I would love it if this zealot could get close enough to shoot one of these guys before they get their turn. 1, 2... Okay, we may have to balance this a little bit differently. Oh, also, I'm allowed to start way down here. So, like, if I want to make sure that we get our zealot attacks off... What if we start like this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, okay. This guy still can't hit any of our ranged. I am comfortable with this arrangement. Make sure we're targeting different... I don't know. This actually almost certainly can't matter. We should make sure a couple of people are thinking about this guy at least. Just in case he doesn't kill himself on impact here. Never mind, he totally did. Okay, not bad. Turns out that morale bonus is worth something. Okay, they really goofed that up. That was a, a series of mistakes on their part. So now we're just moving toward Cold Operator, really. And Duke Leofric gets to finish off Iron Taskmaster, another 50 health on each of his units, including him. He's now at 588, man. Dude is alright. Let's have you guys step in here, because you can actually move your full distance inside of the army. Okay, well, we're about to have a full 8-unit army. But we really have to find and pick off that fire guy before we can go after the city. Also, it is always a concern when the sages and seers begin to speak in capital letters. My experience has been that they do that a lot, though. Now they are even rolling their eyes and pulling their tresses, speaking of ancient spirits of Ariga or manifestations of the lost. Apparently, the dark season can bring on unexpected effects. An ancient air guardian of Ariga is peacefully roaming the wilds, and it is clear that one of these beings of colossal power would be a great asset to your empire. To recreate it, however, you must first defeat it and learn its secrets. Make haste to that region. If you defeat the Guardian, the powers of this Colossus will then be yours to command. Huh, that's not what this says. So I think in the base game, when you complete this quest, you get the tech that lets you build this unit, which is why the text says that. I'm assuming the fact that that is not the reward is the doing of the community mod, and actually probably for the best, because I wouldn't even be thinking about this if the reward was the design for this unit. However, 2400 dust. Chisas is close, right? Chisas is my region. It's a little out of our way in terms of murder. But also, we could do a lot of stuff with 2400 dust. We may have to go monster hunting. That might be a thing that has to happen now. Also, Advanced Alchemy Lab. extremely high priority. Honestly, this is probably what that dust is. But it's... Right now we're at 5 districts and 16 population points. So this is like 60-ish science right away. And then remember, we have percentage modifiers to think about and stuff. That would be pretty good. Shoot, we have to do that, don't we? I think maybe we do. Alright, well, all of our units have spent all their movement here. I guess let's hit end turn and see what fresh horrors we encounter. Yeah, I kind of think we maybe have to go do that. Also, we gotta remember this. If we ever get 2 zealots up to level 6, we might want to do that. And in fact, we have a 5. We have a 6 and a 5. We get Pixie Blood, which I do not care about, but we'd also get the next step of the quest. And it seems like you maybe don't get pillar level ups from the faction quest anymore. I could have sworn you did. It's been a while. Alright, Fritta has produced a unit, which is cool. Hold on, let's give Red a second, see what they're up to. See if they want to wander into my web a little bit. Can we see this thing? We can. What are your stats, Mr. Atmos? A lot of attack, not really that much damage. Pretty high defense, but only 1148 health. And I know that sounds like a really high number, but with a full army of units beating on it, it won't survive that long. Yeah, we have to go after this, right? 2400 dust is too big a prize. And along the way, we can burn that village down. Fritta is going to produce... You know what? I'm going to put another Warlock up. But now we have these science buildings that are made of titanium, and maybe I want to save our titanium. So actually, maybe this is a Warlock whose weapons are made of palladium. You know, one of those good old Palladian Warlocks. We are producing units pretty quickly. We can afford a little bit of attrition. Like, I don't think the war is going terribly. I do want this winter to end, though. Okay, this is for science. Not a super high priority. Man, what do I want to build here, though? Yeah, that's probably worth doing. And then maybe public granary and then the science stuff? Probably. Like, we still have some time to grow population. I'll be honest with you though, I'm worried about our rate of research, maybe a little bit more than I was before. We're not catching up. Not enough, anyway. Oh, we're minus 35 dust now? Why does that number keep fluctuating so much? Well, the cult hasn't declared war on us. That's good. I think we're probably safe to leave the front for a moment. The front of the thing that they probably do not recognize as a war. Oh, we've run out of emeralds. Like, out of emeralds. It finally happened. Okay. Good win for us. Did we... No, there was 0 XP on that. That's fair. I didn't do any work, so... Alright, we might be able to grab this thing next turn, depending on what exactly it is doing. So, 49 minus 31. We can afford to maintain this amount, or this degree of loss for only a little bit longer. I'm going to have this unit run over here and scout. Part of the problem is that we're continuing to pay more and more for military units. I think we're going to have to move some people over to Dust. This will be very helpful. Oh, and it's turn 97. We got to talk about Empire plans. So, obviously, this is wholly out of reach. We didn't really get that much benefit from this. It'd be cool if we could attack the Guardian before it ends. I think that'll happen. This would be acceptable. 240 with 240, which we have. We could maybe get to 360. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to take the 240 plan. Please let winter end. Please let winter end. Also, please let me get this Guardian killed this turn, because that would also mean that I don't have to reallocate anybody to Dust, which I would very much like. Also, at some point after the winter ends, there will probably be another eclipse. That'll help us with Dust. Attack? Okay, there we go. Okay, but yeah, we're getting on to turn 100 now, and not even in the final era. I think this is bad. Oh, did I manage to include that settlement in the battle? Okay, that's cool. How fast are you? Only 54? So actually, Leofric's going to be able to just keep that thing locked in place forever. Man, what a good fighter he is. He does have to actually be over here to make that happen. So, let's have you guys back up a little bit. Obviously, what we want to do here is we want to, like, roughly form a ball on one side of it with our ranged units so that we can benefit from maximum morale bonuses. You go here. You're going to have to get to the other side. Camera's jumping around very arbitrarily. We'll let the ranged units kind of do whatever for the moment. We actually have more melee units than I had realized. Well, everybody do your best. I think we've got the basics of this locked up. Okay, he's not even really doing that much damage over the amount that we're regenerating. Yeah, this should just be a couple of turns of us hammering him this way. Wow, 198. I guess our units have pretty reasonable damage values. Okay, well, I gotta say, getting handed 2400 dust for basically just walking a short distance feels pretty good. That feels like the kind of thing that might really help. But on the whole, still very concerned. So let's do that. We need to get a new unit going. Where are we at here? We could probably use another warlock. And then this getting bought out for 1700. Absolutely worth it. And we probably want to go into... yeah, large-scale aquatic center is still +2 per citizen. That's significant. How many anomalies do we actually have? It's one... And then there is another one over here somewhere. But it might actually only be 2. Yeah, we may only be on 2. So, cryometric monitor is only going to be 30 science. This is more than 30 science, even without any water tiles. Like, do I want to pick up the rest of this burrow first? We definitely need this. I think I want to finish this burrow. Because it's extra science from the alchemy lab, it's extra science from leveling up our existing district. Yeah. That was handy. That was a good pull. Let's see if we can keep an eye on what's going on with the cult. Try to keep their armies in vision here. Alright, well, I have to say, that was a little unexpected, but extremely welcome. We're still 4 turns off of Endless Mechanisms, still 4 more researches after that, away from moving up into the next tech era. We got a lot of ground to cover, and I think very little time in which to cover it. But that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time to see if I can maybe finally wrest this village, or wrest this massive mega city, from the clutches of the cult, and ensconce it firmly in our empire, where we all know it belongs. And we'll see you then.